Happy Friday. Today should be kind of fun, for me at least. I'm excited. My husband is out of town, so my sister aligned a visit so she could play with the kids and help me with the kids a little bit. And I have taken the day off of my day job because there's no point in trying to take care of a baby and juggling that, I decided. So I got everything I needed to done yesterday for that. Today I am free to do whatever I want with a baby in tow. And I have found two exciting things to hit up. One is a yard sale that looks really big, you know, listed 50 different things, antiques, furniture. It literally said something like, bring a U-Haul for great deals. So I wonder if it's like a family kind of estate sale situation, like pre-estate sale. I don't really know. And hi. They've got furniture apparently. They've got glassware, with many things that intrigued me, and it's only 15-20 minutes away. So that's where we're going first. It technically started at 8 a.m. today. This is the first day of it. It's already almost 8:30, so I'm waiting for my sister to get back with the car, and little man and I will be getting promptly in the car and going to that. And then, oh, and while I'm there, I will be looking out for furniture if there's anything that looks like too good to leave behind, because I would like to try my hand at flipping furniture, whether it be simply reselling it or actually repairing, restoring, refinishing, and flipping. But I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, so it needs to be like irresistible and not super intricate. Then after that, I have gotten really deep in the world of like researching sales, looking at Craigslist, our local community boards, Facebook groups, which I joined Facebook again for the first time in at least 10 years, purely to get in on these groups. And one of the other things I learned is that there is a local antique store, which I have never gone into. I swear it's never open, which is apparently true. On Google, it's listed as temporarily closed. So I think they are in the process of trying to liquidate their collection and their inventory. They posted on Craigslist that they're open today and tomorrow for like limited hours each day. I think it's like 11 to 4, and they're doing pretty significant sales. So I am going very excitedly into that. Both of them are cash only, and I have a reasonable but limited amount of cash on hand, which is intentional. I did not want to have too much. I needed to limit my impulses. So I think this will be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. I'm nervous about having the baby with me. I'm not bringing him to the antique store. I think I'm gonna try to like drop him off at my in-laws for an hour or something. And because when I tell you that antique store looks like if you like move a centimeter the wrong way, you're gonna break something. Like, it is packed to the gills. There's ornaments hanging from the ceiling. Like, every inch of the ceiling is covered in Christmas ornaments. It looks intimidating, to say the least, but I'm very intrigued. It also has like lots of creepy dolls. I'm not into dolls, so that scares me too. It's like the kind of place where I showed my sister and she said she would not like me to go alone. I'm gonna go alone. So that's what we've got today. Before we get to the yard sale though, let me give you a recap on my trip to the Goodwill the other day, and I might throw in a haul from the Restore as well. Let's go. Yard sale was successful this morning. I'll do a haul later. And little man is down for a nap home with my sister. I just pulled up to the antique store that is seemingly liquidating, and when I tell you like the physical excitement I have, it's like kind of out of control. I did not film at the yard sale because it was kind of small and uncomfortable, plus I was more focused on keeping my baby happy, but now I'm not juggling a baby, so I will definitely film here. This is going to be really divisive footage. You are either going to be so jealous or you are going to be thrilled that you are nowhere near this building. There is a definite sense of claustrophobia, which you can even feel from the outside, but this is what the whole store felt like. They had furniture creating nooks and crannies every which way you turned. It was kind of like single file because there were other people in the store. You kind of just had to keep going until you had a way out. Look at that little wooden boot. I am noticing that in the footage and did not notice it in person. And that's what's happening as I edit this, right? Every time I watch this, I see new stuff, which is just the sheer volume of stuff in this store is incredible. These fish door stoppers are one of the things I've been dreaming about for weeks since I filmed this footage. I doubt they'd be there when I am next able to go back, but I would honestly probably pick them up. And the Western ones are really cool too. You can see there's kind of a sense of organization here, right? Like things are grouped together. And so it was kind of easy for me if I came to a section that I was less, attached to, I could just kind of breeze through it. But even that was impossible because, for example, this beautiful little chest, this is the moment I realized even the drawers had stuff inside to sell. And I got distracted and I'm not even sure I noticed the cost of this chest. The drawers filled with postcards, the drawers over here, each one labeled. I decided not even to open them because I was well aware at this point of how critical I was going to have to be as I was shopping. But every time I kind of had a free moment with no one behind me, I tried to just film around. Look at these two beautiful pictures. I think I had both of these in my hand at one point, and I just started feeling like, I had to be critical and put things down, but I regret it so much. I want them both. So it's helpful to have filmed all of this because I watch the footage and see like, wow, like this, I love this stool. It almost looks metal, but it's actually wood. And I see new things every single time I watch. So, for better or worse, because now my list of things I want is even bigger. But please note, as I move to show you this ashtray, look at the doll on the left. Do you see it? That was creepy. So creepy. There's the light through the windows also made it kind of hard to see stuff when you were standing there trying to shop. But when I tell you the fire hazard this place must be, it was kind of scary. I'm on the second floor now, and just think about all the weight. Think about how much weight all of these Crocs, this is the second floor. This poor floor is supporting all of this weight. The green of that hutch gets me every time. I love it so much. But truly, every time I would turn a corner and find a new collection of amazing stuff, like now, where now I'm in like the wood boxes and the baskets and this beautiful medicine cabinet, I was just having to kind of stop buying stuff. I was just at this point just in sheer admiration mode. And thankfully, it was a little quieter upstairs. I was able to just put a pile down and kind of think and admire. That portrait up in the eaves is stunning, and there's two more up here on the left. Endless. If you're seeing things you love, please point them out in the comments because it's so fun to see what everyone gravitates towards and appreciates. I love enamel. Do other people love enamelware? I want this. And then this vintage box, this is just a box, but it maintained its color so incredibly well. I was appreciating it for that. And then as I was checking out this incredible chest, stunning. I think it was like $600, but 40% off. So, I mean, are you kidding? I'm sweating and red. That was wild. I've never been more overwhelmed in the best way possible. I got so many good things. It was cash only, so I did have to set a few things aside that I didn't have enough cash for and don't have time to go get more cash right in this moment. But she was kind enough to kind of give me a pile off to the side in the storage area for the night because they're open tomorrow too. And I will be back because I didn't even get to touch the vintage Christmas ornaments that I'm really excited to look at. So let's go home, cool off, feed the baby, feed myself, and then we can hopefully do a bit of a haul because I need to start selling stuff. I ended up with a very eclectic mix of things, which is not surprising considering how hard it was to kind of narrow down on what to actually bring home with me when there were so many things that I loved. So let's start with the candlesticks. I got 3 sets. I know I picked these up on camera. So these are turned wood, antique, I think solid mahogany. Yeah, solid mahogany. This pair is beautiful. As you can see, there's like a pretty clear difference in the light, the impact of the sun, I assume, on these. So there's a dark side and there is a light side. But to me, that just adds character, right? These have sat lovingly on a shelf for quite a long time. Whether it was in the antique store or the previous home, it really could have been either one. And there is some definite kind of charring around the edges. This one worse than the other. But again, just character and history in these beautiful pieces. These are truly antique. The original marking there is easily dated back to the very early 1900s. So pretty cool to have those passing through my house, even if it's for a short time. And then a very, very different set of kind of glass candlesticks, a sea glass kind of color. I have never seen something like this. I think they're stunning, as obviously it goes with my color. It's very clearly my aesthetic, but so eclectic. And like, imagine these kind of in the mantle in a beach house or kind of somewhere tropical. These would be so easy to picture in a setting like that, but so versatile as well. Or if you are someone with a stunning kind of oversized bathroom, these could be stunning in a bathroom setting as well. The final pair is a real left turn. These are unmarked ceramic pieces, a lilac purple color that is beautiful, maybe more of a lavender, I don't know. These are unmarked, but no chips, no cracks, just beautiful glazing in a color that I love. If the way green is my color this year, this was my color last year. So they had to come home with me. And even these kind of work really well together. If you imagine kind of a really colorful tablescape with kind of a variety of flowers, that those could be really stunning. And to pair with them could be this other piece that is a blue ceramic jug, really, like it's got a little decorative handles that make it appear to be a jug. This is really simple, but the markings are what got me on it. It is Vermont, USA. I'm not totally sure what the artist name in the middle is, maybe Bowman or something to that effect. But this piece actually caught my eye once and later in the store caught my eye again. I think they had 2 of the same, or I passed it by twice. But the second time when it caught my eye, I just kind of knew it was probably meant to be. And this would be so pretty as a bud vase, but honestly, based on the opening, this could also be a candle holder for a unique tablescape for a party, or if you were someone who wanted to kind of have the wax buildup effect, this could be a fun thing to do that with. And would add some height in the sense that if you wanted to kind of pair different heights, this could be a lower option if you had larger, taller candlesticks. In the realm of candles, I also got this match holder. This is a beautiful marble piece, and it is a showstopper to me. I bought this because I thought it was stylish in general, but since having it at home and kind of moving it around to photograph, every time I see it, I love it more and I want to keep it. So I don't have this one listed yet. I'm not sure if I will sell this one yet or ever, but it's beautiful. So much character in the stone, and it does actually have some wear around the edges of the base. Maybe it was dropped or something at one point, but especially because of how much veining is in this stone, you really can't tell. It's really hard to show you on camera, and it would be really easy to hide if you wanted the straight edge facing out from a mantle or something. Beautiful, hefty piece that, again, I'm gonna hold on to for a little while. I got a stack of books. The books came at me towards the very end. I actually, looking back on the footage, I passed books earlier and probably thought, hey, I'll come back here. But then upstairs, there is a massive book section. And at that point, I was so overwhelmed and knew I had picked up more than I could bring home. So I was very critical, just like, if there was anything that was so beautiful, the spine caught my eye, I needed to grab it. And they were really only a few dollars each. Prices varied, but I listed these 3 as a set with a different orange book that complemented them really well. These are beautiful. I won't go through them each, but beautiful, stood out to me because of the spines, and the color combo happened to work really well once I picked them out. I've got this one listed. This one turned out to be rare, so I have actually listed this one for quite a high price, and we'll see what happens. And it's beautiful on its own as well, so my intention of just picking it up from the look alone is always still a possible way to sell it later. And finally, this one, it has some wear and some pretty, it shows up on camera pretty well, but it's just a beautiful teal color, even though most of the decoration has worn away at this point. And this one I will eventually either just use for styling or incorporate into a set, maybe like a, books by the foot kind of concept, because the color is really what made me pick it up. Next up, a beautiful little brass swan, a pretty classic piece. I know these often come in kind of little pairs or families, so if you are someone who's looking to complete a set, this might be for you. Or if you are just someone who enjoys brass animals or trinkets to decorate your shelves, this is definitely a stunning one. It has some natural patina, but it's still got some shine. This one isn't like overly patinaed. So depending on your stance on patina, this could appeal to lots of folks and does still have the original felt. Another brass animal, I picked up the butterfly wall piece that they had. I saw Andy at All Put Together haul this a few weeks back, maybe, or at least I watched it a few weeks back. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, I know there's a market for it because people were excited to buy it from her. So I grabbed it, and I actually love the idea of this in a nursery. I cannot stop thinking about how pretty this would be, especially if you were someone who had a stunning mural in your kid's room. To imagine this kind of poking out of like the top corner of a tree or something. Are you kidding? So this one does have a lot of patina, and you can see where the sticker was, and the wear around the sticker is different from how it, of course, aged under the sticker. But at least for now, I'm gonna leave it as is and let the new owner decide. If it doesn't sell, I might revisit that idea. But this, depending on what kind of wall you had it on, you might not even notice. So it might not be something that bothers you or impacts your use of the piece as decor. Next up, this beautiful trophy vase. I call it a trophy vase. I know it's more of an urn vase, but it reminds me of a trophy so much, so I keep calling it that. This one has the most beautiful crazing. I love it so much. No chips or cracks in this one, but another place where the sticker has been there for so long that the crazing occurred differently around where that adhesive was. So that might bother someone, and if that is you, then I'm sorry that you might not want to purchase this piece. But this, if it was on a shelf, or even if it was, Depending on how you were using it, you may not notice that, but if you were staring straight at this face and it was like prominently eye height, that would be something that would probably be noticeable to you. It's hard to see on camera, but the piece is beautiful in my opinion. The shape is stunning, but especially the crazing just adds so much character to what might otherwise be a very simple piece. Let's do some nesting bowls next. I got this set. These were pricey. These might have been the most pricey thing I ended up getting, but this set of bowls made in Germany is absolutely stunning. The blue and gray, you know, it's pretty classic, but I love the stripes and kind of the heft of the very graphic design. There is hand-painted details around the rims and the handle, around the exterior of the bowl. That one is a 1/2 liter, and then I grabbed the 2 liter. There may be a size that's meant to go in between, but it was not available to me at the time. You can see a lot more decoration in the hand painting of the larger bowl, the stripes. I mean, if you had this as a fruit bowl, are you kidding? This would be beautiful as a fruit bowl, as a centerpiece, anything. This one would be so pretty if you have a kind of side table or mudroom where you keep your keys, even a laundry room kind of counter where you throw a few small things occasionally, right? Or of course, your bedside table for your jewelry at the end of the night. This is so hefty in, you know, obviously, it's a ceramic piece. I imagine this could also serve as by your kitchen sink where you throw your scrub daddy at the end of the day. Like, this one could have a lot of purposes that are very practical in your life, but purely as a beautiful object, there's no denying it does that too. I've got a trivet, a beautiful trivet. This is Hex USA. This is not hugely unique, but it was the first time I had come across one, and I just think these graphic shapes, these geometric sort of designs are really beautiful. So to imagine this in a trivet wall, if you've watched my last haul, in a kitchen, like, of course it could be used as a trivet, like a hot plate, sure, but the graphic design of the actual piece hanging on a wall, decor in a dining room, right? Like, this sort of thing is where my mind immediately goes, or in a super eclectic gallery wall. That, you know, this could have a lot of purposes and is super beautiful. Even in a garage or like a man cave, this could be really fun wall decor in an office, a more masculine space. Absolutely could see it like that. Another bowl. This one I think I've come to learn these are meant to be ginkgo leaves, but I was immediately just really drawn to the color scheme. Of course, the green and white, but as a fruit bowl, you would still see the green. So this as a centerpiece would be totally stunning. But picture this in your fall decor and transitioning into your Christmas decor even, because this is really a pure white and it's got this pop of green. It could go into so many different color schemes, but next to pumpkins, next to the reds and kind of, you know, rich tones of fall decor, or perfectly pairs with the evergreen kind of tones of your Christmas decor. So could be a really fun piece for your Thanksgiving table, your Thanksgiving kind of Halloween candy bowl. Oh boy, this could be beautiful. This one I really want to keep, but I would love for you to buy it too, so I can go buy more stuff from this wonderful antique store. The same color scheme. This is a piece I bought to keep. Needs to be wiped out, but this is a simple box with this woven detail all around. Obviously has been painted green. I bought this for styling, and especially in opportunities where I sell in person. I think this could be really fun to help kind of corral table linens or books, even postcards, small things, whatever. But you know, I love green, so to have something kind of with this much character that matches my color scheme so well, it came home with me. A few more small things. I know I mentioned I did not touch the Christmas ornaments, but when I went back the next day and checked out, she had hung new ones already, and this beautiful strawberry was staring me in the face and I could not let it go. I don't plan to sell this right now, but I also don't know that I'd put it on a Christmas tree with little toddlers running around. I don't know. It's just stunning. It's mine. We'll see where it goes. If it ends up on the shop, I'll let you know. And then this one needs to be wiped down. I'm so sorry I didn't do it before I filmed, but this hand painting is making me nervous to wipe it down. This is a stunning hand painted plate, and you can see the shape is really unique. It's got this kind of folded effect, but it's painted underneath, so that blue kind of green color shows through. This is so delicate in style. I think it would be stunning as a jewelry dish in a bathroom, or on top of a dresser, of course. I mean, beautiful pieces can do lots of things, but you can see there is where the sticker was. The dust has collected around where that sticker was, and I need to clean it, but I'm hesitating because the painting just looks so delicate and beautiful. I am nervous about how to approach this one, so I haven't done it yet. But if you're interested in this piece, let me know. I am hopefully gonna try to clean it and list it before this video goes live, but if I am too scared and you are interested, please give me the nudge I need and we can chat about getting it to you. Finally, did I already talk about the brass bud vase? I've got a beautiful brass bud vase. I don't think I have talked about it because this is another one where the sticker issue is come into play. The sticker will come off, but I'm gonna have the same patina issue. So I'm hesitating about it. I love the patina, but I might need to pull the sticker off and then shine it so the sticker spot becomes less obvious. If this were on a shelf, it'd be totally fine. But if you wanted to use this in a centerpiece, you don't want to have to worry about which side is facing your guests, right? Like, you'd want to be able to use the whole thing. So I need to work on that. And honestly, now that I know this challenge exists, I will be more critical about what I pick up that has brass or that looks like it's been sitting there for a very long time. I might like take a little peek at the sticker before I decide to purchase. I picked up a salt and pepper shaker pair. These feel very Adirondack, you know, very country, very rustic to me, kind of a speckled ivory. I think I picked them up. I mean, they stood out to me. I loved the, you know, the vibe of them in general. They are dirty. I need to I don't know what this is, but I need to scrape it off or, you know, scrub it off. The stoppers are still there, but this was another piece that, again, I think I was thinking fall decor, right? Like, these would be really pretty, kind of warmth in your table at Thanksgiving. If you had thin flower stems, you could even consider using these as unique bud vases. I would try it. Pretty. They are functional if you want to use them as their function, but they also could just be a cool sculptural component in decor. Or if you're someone who collects salt and pepper shakers, I don't know if you collect simple kind of classic ones, but why not give some grounding to your collection? I think I have 2 more pieces. First up is this beautiful hand-painted lidded box. This is Chinese in origin, and I'm having a hard time actually dating this piece because the maker's mark is present, but not necessarily the easiest to identify. This kind of design and piece is not hugely unique, but it could be really old. It just kind of feels hard to assume it's super old if I don't have proof. So for now, I would call this vintage, but there's definitely a chance this is antique. The final piece, I got a brass cricket box. I have never come across one of these, so I'm excited about it, but I know they're not hugely unique. These are another example of just like a very versatile piece, right? But if you are someone who has a side table, a bedside table that doesn't have a drawer, or, you know, you need a lidded box to kind of hide some things, maybe a discreet place to put things, this is a beautiful way to do that. But it also could be just a beautiful component of your Christmas decor. Again, very transitional from fall to Christmas, depending on your vibe in each of those seasons. And the inside is beautiful too. So you could style this open with, you know, ornaments spilling out, or, you know, greenery. There's so many ways you could do this if you wanted it to be a decorative piece instead of a practical piece that gives you a discreet hiding spot. There's so much good stuff here. I had so much fun. It truly is a very eclectic mix that I came back with. I hope if there's something you're interested in that you would go check it out on my Etsy shop and take a peek in more detail. If you have any questions or you need any more kind of visuals, please let me know. I would love to connect these things back to someone who is ready to love them. And I very, very much intend to go back to that antique store and buy some more goodies. So please let me know if anything stood out to you in the footage that you would be most interested in. Even if it's like you are super interested in Crocs or creamers or brass or books, like please, I would love your input on what sorts of things you are most attracted to and what you're shopping for these days, so I can hopefully help kind of give you some more inventory to work with. Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe if you like this sort of content, because I've got some more hauls in the pipeline coming up soon. See you next time.